Hey guys, welcome back to B&E Ball Talk. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties, but the show must go on. We're missing Zach. He's got to watch the kids. Jordan's out of town, so instead of doing our recap of Week 4, we're just gonna do our preview of Week 5 with our picks and just do a quick run through. So we're gonna start Week 5. We'll add a little bit of tidbit on these teams, I guess, as we go through. But we start Week 5, Thursday Night Football, a divisional rival game. The Bucks take on the Falcons in Atlanta. What's the spread here?
Falcons -1.5. Over under 43.5.
This is gonna be a tough fought game. It's Thursday night. It's Thursday night, so I feel like it's gonna be like kind of ugly. I'm gonna take the Bucks on the road. I really like the Bucks and I like Baker. But I like this game's this is a coin toss for me.
Oh my god, I think this should be a really good game. But man, I just love what the Bucks are doing right now. They're playing inspired ball, so I'm taking them also.
I'm gonna take the Bucks as well. I'm just not sold on Cousins yet. I feel like he's a little rusty still, but Zach's also got the Bucks.
It's a B&E sweep.
All right, next game, the Jets. They need a win. They're taking on the Vikings, that red hot Vikings. This one's in Minnesota. This
one
is
London.
yeah. This one's in London. Shit.
London.
I saw 8:30 and I was like, wait, what? And then it says AM and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, so London game. So who knows? There's a lot of fuckery that could go on. What's the spread here?
Has Aaron Rodgers ever played in London?
Yes.
Vikes -2.5. Over under 40.5.
Mike's got to lose at some point. I'm gonna take the Jets here. It's in London. If it wasn't in London, I'd be hammering the Vikes.
I just think Vikings are too talented. I think they got a better coach who's going to have them more prepared. I'm just taking Vikings. I think it's just the safe pick. I know what you're saying with New York, but I got to go Minnesota here.
I'm on the Vikings, so Zach.
Yeah, well, I've been terrible at picking this year, so that checks out. All right, next game. We got the Panthers taking on the Bears. This one's in Chicago. What's the spread here, Steve? Andy Dalton revenge game.
Bears -3.5. Over under 41.5.
Dude, give me the red rifle. I like the Panthers in this one. I still haven't seen anything from the Bears. Now the Bears defense has looked pretty solid, but like their offense just does nothing for me.
I am also on Carolina to cover 3.5.
I'm on Carolina. Zach is on the over.
Ooh.
Love it. All right, next game we got the Browns taking on the Commies. Jaden Daniels he just continues to impress everybody. This one's in Washington. Browns need a win here. What's the spread here, Steve?
Commies -3. Over under 43.5.
This is a Deshaun statement game. If he can't get the offense going against that, like the Commanders' biggest knock is their DBs. So like Deshaun's gonna have to air it out, and if he can't do that, like they're fucked. So give me the Commies.
Yeah, Commies. Browns below.
I'm on the Commanders. Zach is on the Browns.
All right, next game we got the Dolphins taking on the Patriots. This one's in Gillette. This game sucks. What's the spread here, Steve?
Pats -1.5. Over under 36.5.
36.5 is the over under. I was waiting to hear that. Dude, I'm gonna take the Pats here. I think they're gonna be hungrier, and the Dolphins just look like a defeated team. Like the vibes are so bad in Miami, they just couldn't be worse. So I think the Patriots will be like, hey, we'll take the sad team that's down on themselves, and I think they'll take care of business.
Yeah, I'm also on New England.
Yeah, vibes are dead in Miami. I'll take the Pats. Zach is on Miami.
Damn. All right. Next, we got the Colts taking on the Jags, another AFC South showdown. This one's in Jacksonville. Jags are down bad. Colts are most likely going to be without Robinson as their quarterback. What's the spread here, Steve?
And
Richardson, not
Jonathan
Robinson.
Taylor is questionable with an ankle injury as well.
Oh, that's interesting. What's the spread, Steve?
Jags minus 2.5 over under 46.5. I'm taking the Colts. I think Flacco's going to play, and the Jags are free falling.
I've got 2 picks. Like, I'm gonna make my official pick the Colts. I could just see them winning straight up, and I think their offense is gonna be better with Flacco anyway. And I could also see it being a pretty high scoring game too, though.
Really? I'm gonna take the Colts.
Playing the ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Colts because I think Flacco's gonna play. So.
And Zach's got the over.
All right, next game we got the Bills taking on the Texans, an AFC juggernaut showdown. This one's in Houston. What's the spread here, Steve?
Buffalo minus 1.5 over under 47.5.
Dude, I'm very excited to see who comes out on top in this game. I kind of like the Texans at home. I know the Bills are like really good, but they got shook up last week against the Ravens. I like the Texans here.
Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna pick the over.
Zach.
I hope the over hits.
Zach is on the over. I'm gonna take the Bills in this one just because, like I had said when we, I guess, weren't recording, I think the Texans are just something's a little off right now. If this was later in the year, I'd probably take Houston.
I kind of feel the opposite there. That's funny. I feel like if this was later in the season, I'd be leaning more Bills. So, all right. Next game, we got the Ravens taking on the Bengals. Why is this game played at noon? This should be like at night. This is in Cincinnati. Steve, what's the spread here?
Baltimore minus 2.5 over under 48.5.
Yeah, I like the Ravens here. They've been running the ball well, and that Bengals defense can't stop the run to save their lives. I actually really like the Ravens there.
Yeah, I also like the Ravens.
Zach's on the Ravens. I'm on the under.
I feel like the under would fare well for the Ravens.
I think that's a lot of points, and obviously, yeah, the Ravens are going to run the ball, and Bengals just haven't been great offensively yet.
Yeah, well, they bounced back offensively this past week, but like they played against the Panthers 1 and 2. Their defense is just I don't know, man. Like they're too inconsistent on both sides of the ball. So, all right, next game we got the Raiders taking on the Broncos. This one's in Denver. What's the spread here, Steve?
Broncos minus 2.5 over under 35.5.
Yeah, dude, I actually like the Broncos in this game because I like their defense, and I think the Raiders' offense is really bad. Devontae Adams requested for a trade. He wants out. Like, vibes not great there. Is Max Crosby still out with an injury?
Mox?
Because that would be important information. If he's out, I'm definitely in on the Broncos, but I'm going to take the Broncos regardless.
Zach likes the Broncos at 1.5. I know it's up to 2.5 now, so I'm going to take the Broncos as well.
Yeah, I'll just say that's a beauty sweep.
Wow, on the Broncos. All right, next game we got the Cardinals taking on the Niners. Ooh, this one's in Santa Clara. What's the spread here, Steve?
Niners minus 7.5 over under 49.5. Oof.
I think the Cardinals had a really bad showing last week. I think they'll bounce back in a divisional game, and I think they'll cover. I don't know if they'll win, but I think they'll cover.
I just think the Cardinals might not be what we thought they were going to be, and I'm going to take Niners to cover.
I'm taking the Cardinals. Zach is on San Fran.
All right, next game we got the Giants taking on the Seahawks. This one's in Seattle. What's the spread here, Steve?
Hawks minus 6.5 over under 43.5.
I love that line. Give me the Hawks.
Same.
Zach's on Seattle. I'm going to take the Giants.
Why?
Literally just because, like, the stats have shown all year that teams at 5.5 points are literally just like winning straight up or covering.
Okay.
You
Follow
trust
the trends.
Daniel Jones
Yeah.
in Seattle?
I don't trust Daniel Jones at all. I didn't trust him last week either, and they covered. Not like the big spreads have just been.
Yeah.
You don't think they're going to win, do you?
No.
Okay,
I
you just
feel like a
cover.
6-point
It's just a big spread.
like low scoring. I don't know, man.
I'll say this: if they cover, it'll be a backdoor cover.
That's why the term good teams win, great teams cover is not a great thing to say, because you could have like a terrible team like the Giants and they'll just cover because their spreads are massive. Like,
Kev, I think that's in reference to the.
I know it's a joke. It's a joke. I was just saying it's a joke. It didn't land. All right, next game. The Packers take on the Rams. This one's in LA. This is a home game for the Packers. What's the spread here, Steve?
Pack -3 over under 48.5.
Oh, they're gonna fucking kill them. Give me the pack. Well, it's the lock of the week. Because holy shit, I don't understand that line.
Yeah, I'm Pack all the way.
Yeah, Kev, that's gonna be my lock of the week. That or the over. I think the Packers should kill them.
Is that a LaFleur McVay line? Is that what that is? Maybe like they think McVay's got something on LaFleur. Like,
Well, so I know typically how it works. Like the home team's usually already granted like -2.5 or -3. So I guess what that tells you is they kind of think Green Bay is about a 6-point favorite, but since they're on the road, it bumps it down to 3. But again, Packers should win by much more than that, and it's gonna be
the Packers home game.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, that's what really put me over the edge for lock of the week, is that it's going to be a Packers home game.
Yeah.
What'd Zach take?
Zach's on the over.
Okay.
Of course.
He's taking a lot of overs. This man loves points.
He did that last week too. How did it fare for him?
He's got 5 overs.
All right, next game we got the Cowboys taking on the Steelers, Sunday Night Football. It is in Pittsburgh. What's the spread here, Stu?
I'm already sick of
the Cowboys. I know, dude. I am too, Steve. I was thinking the same thing.
The Berg -1.5 over under 43.5. I'm gonna take the Cowboys to cover. Call me a sicko.
Trying to visualize this game in my head, and I like the Steelers.
This game already.
I like the Steelers. It's going to be an ugly game. I would venture to guess that Zach is going to be taking the under. What's his pick?
Zach is on the over.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy's big cat now. All he does is take the over.
This is a go to bed at halftime game.
Oh, stop it. I actually think this is going to be a good even. Like, I think these teams are kind of even.
Dude, I'll be in bed at half this game. I'll watch the highlights when I wake up.
Clearly just don't love ball.
Yeah, I'm on the Steelers.
You're on the Steelers, Scoot?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes me feel better. All right, next game and the final game of the week. The Saints take on the Chiefs in Arrowhead. What is the spread, Steve? We are missing Rashee Rice. We still don't have a confirmed injury report on him yet.
Kansas City -5.5 over under 43.5.
Yeah, dude. The Chiefs they win but don't cover. So give me the Saints to cover.
Yeah, I think Derek Carr knows this team, and he'll keep it close, but the Chiefs should win.
Yeah, it's a B&E sweep.
That's a B&E sweep.
It's just weird. Like, I'm confident we'll win, but I have no faith that we would cover that spread. All right, moving on. Lock of the week. Time for the lock of the week. Scott, you want to read records and shit and make us all feel like shit?
We all lost our lock of the weeks. You 3 are 2-2. I'm 1-3. Me and Steve went 9-7 on the week. Zach and Kev went 10-6, and our parlay lost.
Wait, I went 10-6?
Yeah,
that's a huge bounce back for me because I was ass before last week. That's good to know. That actually makes me
You're
feel better
only
about how
you're
miserable my weekend
you're
was.
4 games under 500 on the full season, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was a big week for me because I was yeah. All right. Cool. Well, I said it, dude. Packers, Rams, give me the Packers. What was the spread though?
3.
Okay. Steve, are you doing it too? Because we rode last week and I
I'm riding with you, Kev. That
God
was
dang it,
mine.
man.
Sorry,
No,
Kev.
I really want to, but that'd be kind of lame if we all did it. So I'm gonna do. I just saw it. I'm gonna start with Thursday night, and I'm taking the Bucks plus 1.5.
I like it. I don't like that half point, but
What
I
did,
like it.
what did Zenix do?
Zach is the over in Buffalo, Houston. What is that? Is it 48.5 or 47?
47.5. I almost took that also, the over, for my lock of the week.
I don't know, man. That's gonna be I hate that game's at noon. Like, how the fuck is that game at noon and not the Sunday night game?
Yeah,
Dude, it
gotta go
sucks. Like,
blacks.
the noon slate is absurd.
The what, Steve?
The noon slate is absurd.
Yeah. Scott, what were you saying?
I don't even. Oh, they need to start flexing games.
Yeah, already.
In week 5.
Dude, for real, who the fuck wants to watch the Steelers and Cowboys Sunday night?
I mean, call me a sicko.
Okay,
I
but you'd
think that's
rather
a
watch
good
the Bills
matchup.
and Texans.
Yes, obviously. There's way better matchups. All right, Moneyline Parlay is 0-4. We did really bad last week. We went 1-3. So, what are we gonna roll with this time, guys?
Zach's on the Ravens.
Okay. I don't want to take Thursday night because I don't want to ruin
I
it.
am. I'm taking Tampa.
God dang it, dude. Well, it's on you.
Always has been.
What an amazing quote.
Dude, I don't know.
Kev, you've been riding pack, dude. Put the pack on there.
No, give me the Niners.
99.99.
Okay, now I'm not sure if I want a little juice on this because I gotta
We
go.
have juice already. I went with a dog, so.
I gotta.
You guys are both locking the week the Packers. They have to be on this Moneyline Parlay.
At both times I've lock of the week, my team has lost on the
All
money
right.
line. I'm gonna juice it a little bit. I'm gonna take the Colts.
I hate when you take the Colts because now I have to root for them.
All right, that's plus 956. $10 will win you $95.60.
Dude, fuck Vegas. All right, any hot takes, bold predictions? I'm sorry to the listeners. A lot of our takes on our recap aren't going to be included in this episode. We will be better. It's not going to happen again. Just got to figure out some kinks with the new system.
We'll look at the tape and we'll fix it.
The biggest thing we kind of touched on was Sam Darnold is playing at an elite level and he is the MVP of the season right now. And Jaden Daniels continues to impress. He looks like the real deal. And the Chiefs, big loss with Rasheed, but they continue to win. Anything else, guys?
Just a little hot take. It's the Stephon Diggs revenge game. I got a feeling smokescreen and Nico's still gonna eat.
Damn, I didn't even think about the revenge game for him.
I don't think he's gonna do particularly like crazy numbers. I think it'll be more so like just a talking point of the game, and Nico Collins will still lead. I could be wrong, but
I think. I mean, again, I don't know if it's really a hot take or whatever, but if Joe Flacco starts this game, they're gonna fucking wax the Jaguars.
yeah,
They're gonna
I
put
like that. They'll
Yeah,
They can just do so much more with their offense when he plays. so he can really
Dude,
sling the ball.
in 4 years, when Richardson's a backup, we're gonna be like, wow, I can't believe that guy was thought to be a franchise leader.
Yeah, I mean, right now I would literally take Jalen Milroe out of Alabama over Richardson, and like they're a similar style player, but like literally right now in college, I think he's a better player than him. I just think Richardson. Also, you can't continue to fucking get hurt. Like you gotta play. The guy is always hurt. He has been injury prone since high school. This guy's never on the field, and everyone always talks about, oh, he's only played this many games, he only started this many games. Well, that's because he can't stay on the fucking field. That's important in football. This shit drives me nuts. We touched on it earlier, so it's like beating a dead horse, but I feel like the listeners need to get this. Anything else?
Nah.
No.
That's Beanie Ball Talk.